You are listening to the voice recording and viewing the screencast for Project Number 1 in the Bio 1025 Medical Terminology course at the University of Northwestern St. Paul. Today is September 29th, 2015. I am Elise Moore. My topic today is the medical term epileptic seizure. According to the Mayo Clinic, and I quote, "Epilepsy is a neurological disorder in which nerve cell activity in the brain becomes disrupted." End quote. This disruption causes different seizure types. Petit-mal, or absence epilepsy, is when the brain causes lapses of awareness, hyperventilation, or staring off into space. It is most common in children ages 4 to 14. Grand mal epilepsy, or tonic-clonic seizure, is what most people picture when they hear the word seizure. Suggested by the name, this variation involves a combination of two types of epilepsy. The person will first go through the tonic phase, experiencing a loss of consciousness after the stiffening of all the muscles. Next, the person will enter the clonic phase, where their arms and legs jerk myoclonically or quickly and rhythmically. They only last a few minutes. The person experiencing this can feel varying levels of confusion or depression after an episode. Myoclonus epilepsy, also referred to as Lafoura's disease, is a recessive genetic disorder where Lafora bodies reside in the cytoplasm of the cell in a person's muscle, skin, and tissue. It is most often found in the heart and liver. Epileptic myoclonus causes severe jerking and rapid tremors. The person is usually able to function normally immediately after. This can happen to a non-epileptic person in the form of hiccuping and the sensation of dropping right before they fall asleep. Cortical or focal epilepsy is an epileptic attack that begins with an isolated disturbance or cerebral function. An example would be the twitching of a limb. Lastly is akinetic or atonic epilepsy. Akinetic literally translates to without movement, referring to a sudden diminution in tone or strength of muscle. These attacks usually last around 15 seconds. The person in most cases remains conscious. After all types of seizures, the person will enter the postictal phase of the recovery period after the seizure. This could be from minutes to hours, depending on the severity of the seizure. People are diagnosed with epilepsy via electroencephalogram, or EEG, which is a test used to scan for electrical activity in the brain. If you ever happen to be near someone experiencing a seizure, stay calm and stay with them the whole time. Do not leave them to go get help. Make sure to track the duration of the seizure and remove anything from their surroundings that could harm them. If the seizure lasts longer than 5 minutes, call for emergency medical help. Thank you for listening to today's voice recording and screencast on the medical term epileptic seizure. I hope this webcast was beneficial and helped answer questions on what an epileptic seizure is.